Hey guys, this is GamerCat09, and today I wanted to take the time to kind of speak with everybody and do a little bit of a video regarding the Walking Dead series, since Season 3 is supposedly coming out in a couple of weeks. So that being the case, normally I would make some kind of video with like predictions and talk about previous games and stuff, so that's what this is going to be. This is going to be a very basic one though, because we are so delved into the story, it's ridiculous. And by now, if you haven't played any of the games leading up to this point, or you at least haven't watched them or done anything with them, then it's going to be really hard at this point to try to catch everybody up with what's going on. And there are so many different paths and directions that you could possibly go within the last couple of seasons that anything can happen to anybody. So it's really irrelevant to talk about the experience as a whole rather than just talk about my personal experience and what I think and feel should be included in Season 3. So this is going to be entirely based on my decisions, on the decisions that I've made in all the games thus far, and where I hope that Season 3 will go. I mean, obviously, we know a little bit of detail regarding that there is an older Clementine, there is another gentleman with her, you know, they are still in the post-apocalyptic era, there's still zombies. So, where do we go from here? Like, what do we talk about? So, I was thinking about it today, which is why this video is being made. Earlier today, I was thinking like way back into the first season. Stuff that had happened and people that had disappeared, who had died, things that ended up changing the course of everything, the course of history in the Walking Dead video game. You know, how like Kenny had lost his family and, you know, Clementine has also lost her family in more ways than one, not just her biological, but like the people who had helped raise her after her parents were gone. Like, there's so many elements, there's so many different feelings. I mean, indefinitely, it is a giant cry fest, for sure. It is like an emotional roller coaster of like good days and bad days, but mostly bad days. So where in the world could they possibly go with Season 3? Like, how far down can we go than we already have been with The Walking Dead? So, I just wanted to mention, based on my decision of what I've made in the game, who I hope will return, or hopefully some kind of closure will be made. I thought back to Season 1, which I believe I said this for Season 2 and nothing had happened, so I don't know what they're going to do with the character. It may be a very unlikely thing that they even feature anymore, but I was thinking about Lily. Remember Lily? Remember her dad? Remember we killed her? Killed him, rather? So where's Lily? What's going on with Lily? Is she dead? Are we just to assume she's dead? Her storyline just over? Game over? See you later? I don't know. I think it would be very interesting if, by some chance in the storyline, in the timeline, that she does come back, because it has not been confirmed one way or the other if she's dead. That being said, going back to 400 Days, where we did all of that crazy extra shit, so that way we could have a lot more of the characters involved in Season 2, I didn't really witness that. And I think a lot of us in the end were disappointed when all of the characters that we either got to go or stay, whatever, based on our decisions, didn't really make a difference either way. Like, they all kind of were either at the compound fighting with the dude whose name I immediately forget, but they were either there fighting against us or they just weren't included. So I don't know if Season 3 is going to include a little bit more of that or not. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I was very disappointed because I felt like 400 Days was just strictly an optional thing, and it didn't even matter one way or the other if you did anything or not, and not cool with that. So I'm hoping with Season 3 maybe we'll see some cameo appearances from previous characters that are kind of in limbo right now as far as alive or dead. And that's the biggest concern. So, season 3. Let's talk about season 2 to figure out what's going to happen in season 3. So, season 2, first of all, this is kind of the moment where if you have not played season 2, or if you have not watched or heard of, this is a spoiler alert, because if you haven't, everything is going to get ruined for you right now. So this is your chance. This is your chance to leave while you still can. So, season 2. The decisions that we made were pretty crazy towards the end, for sure. But I am curious, first and foremost, what about AJ Jr.? Or was it AJ Jr.? The baby. I want to say AJ Jr., but I could be completely wrong on that. The baby. I don't have a thing in front of me. So, the baby. What had happened to him? Like, that's my biggest what the fuck moment. Being the fact that, you know, we went through all this hell to protect the baby. We did decisions for the baby's future. I want to see where the baby is. I want to know that the baby is okay. I want to know that everything that I fought for the entire season 2 is okay. That also being said, where the hell's Krista? Like, Krista, are you alive? Are you dead? I need to know. I will not be able to sleep at night until I figure this out. All of season 2. Again, we spent looking for Krista, finding the place that Krista went to, finding out if Krista was there or not. Is Krista dead? Is she alive? Could it possibly be that maybe, and this is just my thinking, hopefully, that maybe Krista is alive and they run into each other, and Clementine's baby that she's been looking after is grown up by a couple of years, and maybe Krista takes the kid or has something to do with the kid's life. Maybe it's like this whole, like, you know, oh my God, I lost a baby kind of thing, and I want to help. Or maybe it goes into a completely different direction. It's like, oh my God, a baby, I don't want anything to do with it. I mean, it could happen either way. What else? Kenny. Now, Kenny was a huge optional thing, which unfortunately makes me think that because it was an optional decision either way, that he's probably not going to be a part of season 3. Deep in my heart, I want him to be a part of season 3. I want him to return, but a lot of people had the decision to kill him off or not, so that leads me to believe that Kenny is done. Like, his character is done, that's it. He was either killed by you, or you left in the woods with him, which, and that also leads me to think, like, if you chose to go with him, would he be included in some way, shape, or form in season 3? I don't know what they're going to do with the Kenny character. Everybody loves Kenny, and I'm pretty sure that Telltale knows that. So they don't want to disrupt the entire community by killing off a favorite character. I mean, that's like if Clementine dies, we riot. That's basically it. That's what it's come down to. One thing that I would like to see in season 3, and this is probably going to happen, but I would like to see some kind of a love story, like a romance, like a post-apocalyptic, like, you know, hey, you're a guy and you're cute and a human race is dying, you want to hook up kind of scenario. But that is also dangerous because of the scenario they're in. The fact that there are zombies and people are dying and, like, the world is fucked, that this could go either way and pull at our heartstrings, or maybe they can make it out alive. I don't know. I'm also wondering if in season 3 they're going to do like an ultimatum, like either make it so they end it and the world is fucked and they don't continue it to a season 4, because I really don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to continually make episode after episode after episode, or if eventually they're just going to have to stop because it's just going to get to be too much. So I don't know if they're going to just kind of hit a roadblock rather, or a wall, and just kind of end everything as it is. Or, you know, if it's going to be kind of like a Resident Evil thing, like all of a sudden, you know, the government came in and everybody saved and yay, you know, like, I don't know, because it's not Resident Evil. So I don't know. However, I would like a Michonne appearance. I would like Michonne to appear and help in some way, shape, or form in season 3. I feel like since it was an optional story to play through, that I want it to have some kind of repercussion or some kind of like collaboration with Clementine, because I think like these two need to meet, like just the awesomeness and the destruction and the characteristics and everything that they've gone through as individuals. I think it would be a very interesting collaboration if they were able to meet and kind of help each other, you know, even if it was accidentally, briefly, maybe for like one episode or two, something, you know, something to help one or the other along the way. That is another thing that I would like to see. But as far as like about the guy, I even have completely, I don't even know if they've mentioned the guy's name, honestly. I could briefly look that up. So, well, it's The Walking Dead Season 3 black guy. Javier? It seems like his name is Javier. So, that can't be the baby, obviously, because he's way older. Oh, yes, it is AJ. So, okay, the baby's name is AJ. I had to confirm that. So I don't know exactly how this is going to play out. I can only assume that there's going to be a similar instance in season 3 like there is with season 2, as far as befriending groups and like, you know, struggling to survive, helping one another, blah, 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 searching for food, you know, the basic kind of crap. But I am curious how they're going to completely separate, you know, the second from the third. I hope that they're able to kind of put it like an edge of our seat kind of thing. I do know, and it has been pointed out numerous times already, that in the trailer for season 3, they have pointed out that Clementine's, I think it's ring finger or pinky finger on one of her hands is missing. So that made the internet explode. Like, oh my god, why is she missing half of a finger? So hopefully there's some kind of story to that as well. At the end of season 2, I chose to take the baby and go to the camp that we struggled so hard to get to. And Kenny told me to go, and then he left me. So I don't know if the camp was a good decision or not. I don't know if, you know, the baby will live or not. I don't know how anything will go. I mean, obviously we know Clementine is alive. So that is kind of it. Like, there really isn't a crazy lot to talk about. So that's kind of where I am right now. It is supposedly coming out on November 15th. It's kind of not officially confirmed yet, so don't quote me if it's going to be. It will be on a Tuesday, and definitely whether it's the 15th or the week after is another story in question. But I'm excited to play the game. Like, I'm excited to continue the story, and I hope everything that I've mentioned makes sense, and I hope that everything that I've discussed will somehow play a part in season 3. I just really don't want Clementine to die. And I feel like, in a way, Telltale is eventually going to have to kill her off. And I really hope that doesn't happen. And I really hope it doesn't come to the point where, like, we switch characters into, like, a completely different character, because I think that's going to disrupt the whole playing field for the game itself, and no one's really going to be interested, because we adore Clementine. Who does not adore Clementine? We love Clementine. We will do anything for Clementine. So, that's it. That's the basic, unfancy video that I have to show you guys regarding Season 3. because people have asked me to talk about it, and here I am talking about it. And sadly, I don't really have a lot to say because still the basic unanswered questions are kind of relevant from the whole game, and we haven't really found out any kind of tidbits other than what is expected. So I'm hoping that season 3 blows that out of the water and brings back like the good old, like, oh my god, I have to do this kind of feeling. But knowing it's Telltale, they're going to put us in situations that are going to be very hard to decide, like they always do, like every game always does. So I'm overall very excited for the game. I hope you guys are too. If you guys have any other suggestions or like future predictions about what's going to happen in season 3, let's talk about it below. I'll be reading your comments, and I'll probably be actively replying as I go, and let's just discuss it and hopefully discuss it up until the game's release, and we'll see how that works. So yeah, until season 3, I hope you've enjoyed this little segment. I hope I've kind of tickled your brain a little bit as far as the Walking Dead Telltale experience. If you have not had the chance yourself to play the games, I highly encourage you do. They are very cheap now to buy. You can get the first couple episodes, I think, for free on Steam. Definitely look into it. All the Telltale games are amazing. Please play them. And I will see you guys in the next video when I get back into Let's Plays. So until then, everybody, take care, have a great night, and bye-bye.